Hello everyone and welcome back to another live stream here on twitch.tv/Xisuma, where I, yours truly, Xisuma of the Void, hanging out down very close to the Void. As you can tell probably from my voice, bit under the weather. Woke up this morning and I was like, oh yeah, I'm like not 100%, and I'll err on the side of caution. I'll skip my workout and take the day easy, and it's been pretty good actually. Just been, you know, making videos, doing this and that. By the way, we're starting down here because I got a crystal laser lens installed. Yeah, and I've just, I've just gotten to the point where everything's done. It's the evening, let's have a live stream. And I sit down and I'm like, whew, I'm actually pretty run down. It's been an exhausting day and I'm hoping to get an early night's sleep, so it will be a shorter stream from me today. I'm not going to stream any more than 90 minutes. Alright, I'm telling myself that now because I'm very addicted to playing this mod pack and streaming, it seems. Now, Macintaco, thank you so much for the nice message. I hope I feel better soon too. I'm going to see how I feel tomorrow, but I think I'm just going to take the day off tomorrow as well. Like, that's something I learned from getting sick recently, is just take a little extra time to recover. So if I wake up feeling fantastic, I'll still take the day off. Now, after I installed that crystal lens, we have got a lot more of this stuff. Cool. Winnie T4, the one, the only, here for 45 months. Thank you so much for all you do, Winnie. It's greatly appreciated. And yeah, another month. So, we're going to do a new project in this stream. You're probably thinking, another one? All will be explained, my friends. All will be explained. First of all, just need to remind myself, is it this that requires that? And if we go in here, 32, so basically I need a stack. Talk about teasing. I literally just need one more and I could craft that and then install that at the beginning of the stream. So we'll check back later for more Erodium Crystal. We just need one more and then we can do the thing, basically. We can do the thing. Welcome to all the peeps tuning in. Ikazu says, how are you feeling? I just gave the explanation on how I'm feeling, so I'll probably reiterate myself a little later when more people are tuned in. One of the things I wanted to do is just come out over here and check out how close Mystical Agriculture is. Feels like it probably closes off about here. And I want to see what's in the other direction, because we're going to start a new project. Now, I've done some thinking, and I've realised that this mod pack, as you know, is very rabbit-holey. Okay? And I don't like cheesing things in this game. I like when things are unique. So, doing this room right here was very unique and fun. And we had a lot of engineering to do and came up with all of this at the back. But then what happens is you can start to use this stuff for anything else in the game. But the game is starting to feel like just a crazy resource grind. And maybe actually cheesing some of these resources is just a way to get further into the pack and see different stuff, right? We are having some real resource difficulties from our crafting setup, which is essentially creating resources out of thin air. It looks like, though, my AFK time has resolved some of these. So, as you can now see, all of that's backed up. I had to double the amount of witch water that we create over here. So, yeah, when I get conduit sorted out, conduit facades will cover this up. But back there's more witch water being created. So I've doubled the capacity. And that means if we come up here... Okay, that's empty, but quartz is starting to fill up again. Right. So the AFK time actually resolved the issue that I saw, but it's going to happen over and over again unless we start to look at different ways of getting resources in. So there is a project I want to do. We also got Asakal 101 here subscribing. Thank you so much for subscribing. Appreciate it. And I know how this project is going to work. I know where we're going to build it. It's pretty much the first thing we're going to do. There was one other thing I was considering doing. But, well, here's the thing, right? We can put some upgrades on this. So, speed and energy. We actually already do that. So, we've got 6 in that one. Maybe that was because it was an old machine. So, if we just see... Got 5 on that side and 10, like 15. So, 150 of these things, these upgrades is what we need, right? Need 150 of them. Click that. And look, it uses these. So what I'm guessing we're going to see is the whole thing slow down a little bit. Let's check out which machine is being used. Right, so now it's gathering those resources, and it's gathering these resources, and you know what the first things to use these speed upgrades are going to be? Those two machines, essentially. So yeah, 2 upgrades is all we got so far. 4. Now we've got 4, so I'll split them up, and then those will compound and get done a little quicker. To help make the very things that help him get made faster. You can probably do this in action to some extent. So yeah, talking of being under the weather, this hiccups thing is gone, right? But now what I've got, still got some weird indigestion going on, but like absolute runny nose. My body is trying to get rid of something, like coughing up and sneezing up just tons of bodily fluids. So obviously, yeah, I'm under the weather. There's no doubt about it. As well as these, we're also going to make the energy ones as well. It might be now that the Spectre coils are the limiting factor. So maybe this isn't really worth pursuing so much right now. And as for my exciting new project, I am also wondering, wait, is that the next thing to pursue? The rabbit hole is just endless. I think what would be smart to do is tie up a lot of loose ends and get more of a game plan in place, which is something I think I'll do between streams. But anyway, we're gonna do this new project. No umming and ahhing about it. One thing I would like to do is sort of line up the room, because it's going to be the same as this actually. It's going to come around to a space like this and then drop downwards, but also if we want it to, it can go upwards as well. So I kind of need to do some measuring. Now, every time I measure and count, someone always mentions measuring tape. Let's go grab that. That's nice and easy to make. Let's measure the glowstone from there to here. Is it right click? Huh. Okay, I got a drag. Oh, that's different. $31 meters and 14 feet. Well, I mean, 14 blocks is what I would have thought. That's confusing. It's measuring. Oh my god, why couldn't this be simple? Let's check those numbers. Right, bits. I think it's bits, and then an M is a block. So I would be wise to measure from the back to the front to get the whole thing. Which is... what? Oh, do you know what? This thing said something about clearing it. Right click and shift to clear. Left alt to display menu. Oh, wow. Oh, that's what I wanted to count, and then clear. Okay, let's see if it just do block now. Yep, okay. That's good. Right, so 33 meters. Okay, okay. So then I guess I want to clear that and find out how much the next bit is. It is 16, so let's clear another 16 in this direction. Oops. Okay, that looks about right. Down there we go. Getting better at using this tool, aren't I? Oh, that one's got to be shimmied right down. Cool, then we need some glowstone. Lacanate says, I take it back. The measuring tape is fine. Pitchfork is in the back. After saying worst measuring tape ever. Yeah, when initially it was a little bit confusing, right? I expected a particular sort of result, I guess, and I didn't get it. What's in my hotbar here? Like, there's things here that I surely don't need. at this moment in time. I guess that'll go in the backpack now. Except there's rotted flesh in here. That shouldn't be in there. And what we need out of there is the chisel. So we can chisel this glowstone into the dent. Where is it? That one? Oh, it's that, isn't it? We've got a noise in the ear. It's Russell Wood here for 11 months. Thank you, Russell. Appreciate it. Hope you're enjoying the stream. In a world of Xisumas, be a Corrales. Hello, sweet faces, says Blood Rain. Sweet faces. Very Corrales. Where are we going? Measuring tape? Hey X, the upgrades from Tesla Core Lib work on Stoneblock machines. Tesla Core Lib, you say? 16. Wait, what? Where did I start measuring that from? Right, I know what I just did. Oh, I'm going to make this mistake a lot, I know it. Let's try again. Got to hold it down. That's the trick. Right, 33. So now we can bring it across. And I'm probably like gonna dive a bit more into the project today than do too much building. I think I'll do building like off camera if I get that opportunity. X, really enjoyed your new sheep farm. Also, have you checked if the sea lanterns have a good chiseled texture? Oh, great suggestion, my dude. Great suggestion. I think we would have spotted them in chisel already, but now you're making me think that there's also blaze lanterns, but not in this pack. Oh. Or maybe they're called something different. Blaze block. Blaze mesh. That is a lighting source that we could probably use. Yeah, the sheep farm, like, I was thinking about it, like, I want to make a sheep farm, and, you know, I made loads before, what could I do different? And I kind of ended up with what you saw in today's episode, and reading the comments, it was really nice to see that people were enjoying it, you know, like, hey, that's kind of like cool. Not seen one quite like that before. It's nice because you can just walk in and very casually interact with the sheep in there. Just something you don't normally get to do. Okay, the corner is, yeah, like that. Aha, I need to clear this. I could use the measuring tape again, but since this is a short distance, I don't think it will be necessary. I believe the game sound is off, right? It's because I've been AFKing. Already have seen a sheep farm like that before, says 4Gil. Well, you know, there's millions of people playing Minecraft, right? Off camera, but the days won't add up anymore, says 4Gil. Well, they haven't been adding up for ages anyway, because I do lots of AFKing to let resources gather in between. Let's grab a few stacks of that. Maybe make a few more. Then we need the basalt and we need the factory blocks. Which we probably already have some of. And then what was it? Basalt. Our beloved Zag. Okay, so that one goes to Zag. This one goes to those. That one goes to these. Now we got all we need to build the last bits. Except maybe not the tools. Exchanging gadget and the wands. That's what we need. Very nice. Oh yeah, we need those factory blocks too. AFKing from resources is different than decorating off camera in my opinion, says Kitty. Well, of course they're different, yeah. I don't know, I just, you know, had some time the other day and was playing a little bit. I've done it here and there. I do like little small things that I'm like, oh, if I'm going to AFK, it'd be cool if this thing were done first, you know? Like the Void Miner, for example, that's been set to the clear lens so that we can get more of that material together. I start with the corners first, right? Probably the smartest way to go about it. Part of me also wants to probe and find out where that mystical agriculture farm is. Okay, and then this bit over here, I guess we'll have to dig it away. And just like that, we can very quickly expand this area. I think we need to think a little bit more about the tools that we have when we build. That can help us really build out a place. We'll build it out quicker anyway. My friend told me this joke once. I have a spelling bee tomorrow and I can't remember if it's butt cheeks. If butt cheeks is one word or two, should I spread them apart or no? Very immature. I like it. I like it. There we go. Oh yeah, and the floor, I guess. Need some of those trodden basalt blocks. And actually, I need more of the regular basalt anyway. Oh no, basalt. Here we go. Okay. Where is it? Every time. Trodden bricks, chisel. I can't believe you read that out, says Becca. Yeah, you should know me better, Becca. I'll read out stupid stuff like that. God. That's some of my favourite, those silly jokes. Oh, missed a bit over here. Cool, and again, it's going to end up being a little staircase that goes up. I guess that's probably what's going to happen over there as well. And then, so, what did we do? We... Right, broke it open in line with those blocks. Or in by one. By the way, I started watching The Crown on Netflix. I had my playlist of things to watch had run out, and I've had that one on my mind for a while. I know it's very popular. I am so impressed with it. It's really quite my cup of tea. Which is funny because usually I anything to do with the royal family in the past I've always been like, ugh, royal family, ugh, or whatever. But now I'm like, it's a story. I want to watch it. Super fascinating. I wonder how much of it is truthful. That's like a constant thing. Like how much of it is actually, you know, is based on reality, or what's the source material? The summary of it didn't really catch my attention, says Ikazu. Yeah, well, it wouldn't have caught my attention in the past, like stuff to do with the royal family, because I don't like agree with it. Like I think it's like an idea. More than like I don't believe in bloodlines and royalty and birthright and concepts like that. I don't believe in it. I believe that everyone's born with no influence on where they happen to be or what their life circumstances are. So the royal family for me is very unappealing. But if you think of it through the lens of like a story and it being a part of history, then it becomes really quite fascinating to me. From a more historical perspective of like this is what had actually happened. So although I don't agree with it, like the myth of it, the story of it is very fascinating, and that's of course what this show does. Is it you know it embellishes the story. The Crown is great. I really enjoyed it. It's based on true events, but some details for fiction / filled in by the writers, says Logical Geek Boy. Yeah, it tends to be, you know, what most things like that are, right? Based on real events, but what does that actually mean? Because you see behind the curtain interactions between individuals, and it's like, well, is there source material for this? Like, how do they know these conversations went down? I don't know as to what level it's faithful or not, right? It's not to say it isn't, just that I really don't know, and would be interested in knowing, actually. There's a channel that I follow, and they might have actually already done this, History Buffs. I don't know if they've done this, because it wouldn't surprise me if I went over to their channel and found out, oh yeah, they've done this one. But like, when History Buffs does something on a movie that I like, I'm keen to watch it. If it's on something I haven't seen, I tend to then go put that on my watch list and then come back to it later. But basically, History Buffs like takes a historical movie and then does the deep dive on the research and tells you, you know, the what's what about what's actually fictional, historically accurate, etc. Really good stuff. Because one thing I think we might not be aware of, or we sort of are, but maybe, like advertising. Everyone thinks they're immune to advertising, probably. Oh yeah, I don't fall for that. Yet you go into a shop and like you got a bunch of choices for a bottle of water. You're probably going to pick the most recognizable brand. Right? So it's like, we know that movies are fiction, and we know that historical movies are still a fiction. Even if they try to be accurate, they can't be accurate. They can't be the past rewatched, you know? Like it's an embellishment, it always is. And even though we know this, I think they still inform our thoughts and feelings around these things, because they're stories, and stories are very powerful for humans, right? We narrativize a lot of reality through stories. So I'm watching it, and it's genuinely making me like think and feel a bit differently about the royal family and all of that, because it's such a like an interesting and fascinating story. But ultimately they are people as well, and you know, if I don't agree with the ideology in it and whatnot, they are people that are just born into it, and it's interesting how all of that plays out. Becca's here gifting a sub to Logical Geek Boy. Thanks for gifting the sub, Becca, and Logic, be sure to say thanks. You probably already have done, but yeah, thanks for that gifted sub, Becca. Can you make a mob farm, says Master Gamer? I've already made one, so I'm not going to make another one anytime soon. Right, just thinking for a second how to do this. Shinny said, a history teacher once told me, if you want to study history, study the historian who wrote it first. Yeah, that's a clever little idea there, because you know, history can be different based on who's reporting it, right? It can change with time as well. Like Winston Churchill, for example. I've always tried to have a bit more of a neutral take on things, and when I learn about them, trying to think about them a little bit more neutrally, like understand that he's a man who operated within a time and a certain era where events happened, and you know, his ideology led to these things, you know, and an interpretation of that might be that you call him a warmonger retrospectively, or that you bring up his history with theories on race and whatnot. So, you know, like, he can be held in a very high regard in some contexts, and then in others, not so much. But, like, it's revisionist. Like, I think with time, the opinion generally of him will change based on how society, you know, develops. Right, I think what I'm going to do next, because this is all kind of tricky to measure out at the moment, because I'm doing some, I guess, slight math type stuff in my head. Right, if I go depth 15, yeah, I think that's the way to do it. Yeah, not quite sure how this is going to turn out. Let's put it 7 on all sides. But I know it's gonna. See, it's weird because. Hang on, let's do a little test just to refresh my memory here. Let's check out what up and down is like. That's free. Oh, okay, it is like that, right? So the maximum is 16. That's perfect then. This is what I want. So we remove that. Big old blob of darkness. A thought has occurred to me. that if we have cables down at this level, coming around here for those machines... Oh, that's interesting. Maybe I should have come a little closer, right? Like, here's where... Oh, do you know what? That's weird. I was expecting... I guess it's probably close, right? Well, it doesn't matter because... Yeah, that space is fine. Oh, no, actually, it does matter because... this area is supposed to be a lot bigger. Okay. Yeah, okay. Thinking it through. Right, so we've got a 15 by 15 hole. And I started with that so that we could then look at it from this angle. Now, what I want to be able to do in here... I've just realised, like, this entrance to the farm is actually, like, pretty flawed. What I want to do is drop in and see the farm in front of me, because I'm thinking like I'm going straight into the farm, and that won't really work. And bear with me, peeps, we'll get there. This will all make sense eventually. So actually I want to pull this over here, so we drop in at the main wall, and then the rest of the farm is sort of in front of us, which is going to make it like humongous. Gosh, okay. It's going to help if I have some stone blocks in here to help me do some measuring and figuring out and all that. God, can you hear how run down I am? My voice is just... Ugh. It's just absolute... Ugh. Advanced Human, thank you for 5 months of support, my dude. Appreciate it. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Having a good time hanging out with us. You sound sick, says Baith and Neil. That's it, I'm pretty run down. But I got the energy to do this. Akazu says, that's nice you think that way. I know in American schools they were taught in the past to have been foolish for praying for peace instead of fighting, but learning about the same event in an Asian school, they're victims of violent folks, says Ikazu. Yeah, I don't know specifically to what event you're referring to, but like just a Western narrative of something like World War II. I mean, basically, like, you know, an event like World War II is kind of hard to pick apart neutrally because there are so many different sides and aspects. It's like incredibly complex, and a lot of, I guess, the residual feeling, air quotes, that we tend to be left with as we're taught these things tend to serve the purpose of like where you're from, right? They say like victors write the history of war or whatever. It's kind of like that, but not as straightforward. It's big and complex. X, you should make a control room at the top of the farm itself, which displays something cool. Skyfighter, that's a cool idea because this farm is going to store items, and maybe this is the spot where we see that. I could actually quite easily open it up so this room is a little bigger. And then we have this like drop down hatch, which I could make the hatch smaller, which I think would just suit what I'm trying to do here a lot more. If it were a 3x3 like that. Except I think I'll bring it forward a little more. Yeah, and then I think this room's going to be bigger. So now, you're going to drop down these blocks. And then you're going to be looking at the farm. And I want a wall of glass. So the glass wall is there. Actually, it'll probably go in by 1 block. And now this thing needs to count out 15 blocks. So it's got 5. And then how many blocks are we away from the wall? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're literally 5. So if I dig this out another 15, that should be perfect. And that's what that, in theory, will do. Cool. Could use a bit of night vision here. We should start to see stuff spawning, actually. Let's go ahead, get on top of that and make a torch. And just slap it down here for now. Curls of Doom, thank you for gifting the sub to Blazing Wolf 2456. Very kind of you to do that. Thanks for supporting our community. And Blazing Wolf, be sure to say thanks in chat. X, what will you be farming here, says Lucaro. Mystical agriculture things that we want. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now what we've got to do is build the rest of the platform, which will be, if we just count it from here, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 9, 11, 13. Yeah, so they need one more. So now we need to set this thing to do depth 5. And here's where we might run into an interesting problem. Or not. Okay, we're good. We're good. We have the space to build this farm. As you can see, like, the scale has gotten rather large. Cool. This needed one more on each end. And that gives us the platform that is the basis of the farm. So each layer of this farm will support that platform. Huh, it feels... Wait. That's because... Okay, let's fill this in. Oh, I need to mute. Whew, there we go. If perspective were widely taught, I don't think we'd have as much aggression sensitivity on issues as we do today, says Nimir. I agree, I agree. I agree, and like, you know, y'all know me for being probably pretty neutral and level-headed with a lot of stuff, and that is because I continuously consider a perspective, right? You hear someone, like, you know, someone can have some zany, wacky view in this day and age. Oh, people who play Minecraft need to be hung, and it's like, oh, the creator of Minecraft said something awful once, and if you're playing Minecraft, you support him or whatever, right? Like, just some complete exaggeration of the worst possible things. And it's like, well, if you think about their perspective and what sort of ideas they've been exposed to and whatnot, and you try and think through their thinking, it's a lot less, like, you're going to be a lot less aggravated by it, right? Once you realise that people can just have bad ideas, can just be exposed to bad ways of thinking and be pulled into them. Takes a lot to sort of break the charm of bad ideas. Okay, hey Xisuma, curious if I can build you a custom keyboard, says Kuma the cat. I mean, you can build a custom Xisuma-themed keyboard if you want, but excuse me, as for a custom keyboard, I'm pretty happy with the one I got. Like, if I could make my own custom one, I don't know how I'd change it, really. There's definitely ways I'd change it. Anyway, right, so I'm going to drop down into this room. Ah, I've just realised something, and now I feel really quite silly. Oh, dang it. This always happens. This always happens, right? There's just one thing you didn't quite think through. That is only for 9x9. I was thinking a 15x15 platform because that was the biggest that the harvester could do. And I neglected to remember that this thing is 9x9. That being said... Huh. Dang it, I think we're going to have to scale it back a bit. So use forces, Bemper. Yeah, I was just wondering that. Like, it is 1, 2, 3, 4 there. 1, 2, 3, 4 there. And then they do overlap a fair bit in the middle. I think I'd rather just have like one pillar going all the way down through the world. That's a bit annoying. Bit annoying, that. Actually, let's just modify that entirely for a second. So this would make the platform 13x13. Because there is still the question of, like, how big do I want this thing to be? Then 11, then 9. So it's 2 more off each side, right? And now it does look less impressive. But hey, you know, we can go top to bottom, and that'll be really interesting. So let's put this in the very middle. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, now the question is this room too big for that? I actually kind of think we can just keep it this big, really, and have fun with it. So that's what we'll do. It's also a question of height here. We drop down for a reason, but I don't think that reason is so necessary anymore. Let's go depth 1 and put our 7s back here. Oh, this might be... I think I might need some night vision here for the corner. Yeah, this is going to be a bit tricky. I think if we go up by 2 blocks, that should be fine. Oh, that's not actually going all the way into the corner, gosh. You can actually do it all with this setup right here. Okay, you're going to have to forgive me. Oh dear. God, I'm getting a real tickly voice at the moment. Oh, every time I do that, I keep thinking it's going to rip out the wall. It's just ripping out the torch. That's why it's so finicky to aim there. Alright, so here's what's cool. What we're going to see throughout the entirety of this farm is this stuff, you know. And it could go all the way down into the void, right? We can use the replacing gadget to put some factory blocks or something on the walls. And probably build up a really interesting design. What we need next is fertilized dirt. Yeah, and we got some. Let's go back to our... Oh, let's turn off... I like to turn off this when I move around the base. Are you winning, X, says Maker Street? I don't think you can ever be winning playing modded. I think you're just forever going down a rabbit hole. I'm Lil Zero, thank you for 4 months of support. And Catherine America, thank you for using your Prime subscription on me. Greatly appreciated, and hope you're enjoying the stream. Shinny says, X for the most precise clicks in the West. Most precise clicks, eh? Let's have a look. We wanted to make a thing. Oh yeah, fertilized dirt. Not that one. That one. And we'll have all of that stuff so that we can just, you know, make an insane farm, basically. Dang, I really need to do more work on this project. The projects get to a point where it's just like really repetitive and then you want to start looking into something else, but we'll be forced to go up there and expand from time to time. Just Timmy Toe says, in modded you're always winning. That's one way of looking at it, I guess. Anyway, this means we come here, we can get loads more. Let's just get 1,000 in the system. Right? Probably going to use as much down here. So, where's my replacing gadget? Now, in theory, this only replaces the material that you click on, right? Yeah, it doesn't replace a different type of material. That's good. And now I'm out of those. And now we have 1,000. Pretty cool. So yeah, that can be used to grow some new sort of material. So the question for my experts in chat who somehow managed to follow everything I'm doing, what's the material we're short on that we really need? I feel like the quartz and certs. Oh dear, okay, that's not the right terminal, is it? Yeah, this stuff is low, so is that stuff. A lot of stuff coming out of the sieves isn't doing as good a job as it once was. So maybe we make those into seeds, right? To start with. And did Obsidian get resolved, says Cold Within. I really want to make an Obsidian farm, so let's investigate, because we probably can do Obsidian Seeds if we want to. Again, if there's an opportunity to make an interesting farm, I would like to take that up. But if cheesing it just seems like, if there isn't, and you know, we've got to pick a way to cheese it, this is now an option. So yes, Obsidian Essence is a thing. We're looking for the seeds, I just realised. These are all the things that we can do. And I guess I got to pick, right? Are they both called quartz? Certus quartz. Add that. And nether quartz. Add that. So those are two that we're going to do in this room. Go check you have enough iridium for the crystal laser lens and switch it out first. Just Timmy Toe, thank you for the reminder. That is something we need to do. Never Stars, says Lump the Null Dog. I think having a wither killing machine is going to be so much fun. It really is. And we might end up turning off the patient bag farm, which, by the way, we got a lot of this in the system now, so this has been running the entire time. I'm going to turn it off. The amount we have coming through outpaces how fast we can open them at the moment. Oh, we came back here to check on a thing. Yeah, there you go. Let's do this then. Let's go to the next level. Chuck those in here. And pick out our structure blocks, right? We need the guide. This thing and that thing. 32 and then 16 structural panels. I click, there we go. Tier number 2. Hang on a minute. Not satisfied with that. Did this thing use tier 1? It does. So if I go rip up the old setup that I have, that's probably a smarter way to do this. Are there blitz seeds so you can farm the thing viaducts need? This Cuplex. Yeah, viaducts is another one I want to install eventually. Let's just take all of that. And then have a little look into our terminal. So if I chuck those in, and structure panels. Right, wait, I'm doing this. Still finding the flow of using all these interfaces just a bit much. That's not it. Okay. Start that up. The next one we need is the structural pane. So we just need structure panel. And it actually uses less on this one. Then we need the luck modifier. Another laser core. So one more laser core, luck modifier. I'd like it if it just remembered, because you look for something, you craft it, and then you've got to type it in again. 4 of these, I think it was. And we're missing Palladium Crystal and Lonsdike Crystal. Let's go see if those were some of the things we harvested. Skyfighter says, if you don't cheese stuff in modded, it will take forever to reach the endgame. An endgame craft can take thousands of items from the start of a rabbit hole, like basic components. Yeah, that's what I'm getting a sense of, right? And I'm realising sometimes you just got to play the pack like that way. So Plastium, wasn't it? That's some of it. And there's some more. How much of that did we need? We're looking at the luck modifier. So 4 of that and 4 Palladium. Well, we have that, but I don't see any of this Palladium. Which makes me wonder. Drunson says, why not sync both search functions, so when you search in one field it searches both? I've tried that and I still find it like doesn't quite work out one. I don't know. There's a way to remember what you search for. It's probably in here, but as you can see, every time I try and click on it, there's all this other stuff going on, so it's been a bit of a pain. Now I'm a little bit not sure what to do, right? Let's search that Palladium stuff. What's it called again? Palladium. Right, and so the way to get it is from apparently a tier 3, which we can't get to yet, right? If I'm understanding that correctly. How does that? That doesn't make sense then. Unless a tier 3 doesn't use a luck modifier? But it does. Oh wait, null mod. Oh, hello, you have a choice. Ah. So we could add speed or accuracy. Ah, interesting. Okay, so which one can we do? We can't do that. Well, we might have enough. But how much How much iridium do we have left? Oh. 6. So we can actually make 4 of those. Which ones were they? Speed, I think. No, we can't because we don't have that. Void resource miner. Which one are we doing? It's so confusing. Yeah, okay, so you need the resource miner to pump stuff out. I think I'm just going to take the null for now and then replace them later. Because I just want this thing to be running, right? Null, there we go. Get all those things back in the system. Okay, we need our structure panel, and that's it. Structure panel, structure frame tier 2, and that's the tier 1 left behind. Which we might be able to use to set up the next one, the ore miner. I do that. Actually, do you know what? This is the... Sorry, the ore miner. God, it's so confusing. The resource miner might be set up differently. Looks the same though, right? So what I think I might do is get 2 laser cores. And that's where I wish it would remember, right? There's one of these called memory. 2 of those, 1 of these. We want those, there they are, structure frames, and then we just need more structure panels. If I can find it, there it is. I don't know how many, so we'll just make that many. And there it is, cool. Right, so we should have enough in our inventory to set up both now. Do the modifiers once you reach the higher levels, says Hangman, and should I not do them on the lower levels? I assume you can kind of just accumulate them as you go, right? What I need is another ender chest. And then I need the dyes and stuff to hook it all up, because I'm going to have to do more of this. Just chucking it in there for now. The Real Cosmos says, very informational considering he's a Minecraft YouTuber. What does that mean? I mean, I'm being informational about modded Minecraft, right? Let's pick this up. Oh, let's turn on that. So I think this thing needs to go... Actually, it probably doesn't need to go 1 block higher. Anyway, tier 2. Here we go. Let's see if it works at that spot. Looks like it. And away it goes. Now, which one is it using? Clear. Right, so we want it to use crystal, actually. So we'll take that back and put that there. Got some spectre coils for it. And then I need some scrappy blocks. I guess I'll use that for now. So we are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then that many off the ground. So what was that? The resource? Oh. I don't have it. I have the other one? How confusing. So I need more litherite. Dang it. I've got to go all the way back to my supplies. Doesn't it need access to the void? I.e. no stone belief, says Lucaro. Yeah, there isn't any stone belief. There's a hole there. Maybe you didn't spot it. Your solar power should be enough to run it. No need for spectacles. That's a good point, actually. Yeah, it should be enough, shouldn't it? So we need that. Oh, dang it. Hang on. The problem is it isn't in the system, which is why I came back here. There we go. So all of that's got to go in the system. This pack is like strangely finicky at times. Wait, I need more than that. Ugh. Have one. Didn't we have 3 a minute ago? We did, but they get left in here. Aha. There's my mistake. Okay, so now we would have enough. And we just need this stuff. Oh, again, I got to do it through here. Maybe I should have added the recipes for these in, you know, and then it would have just done all this stuff for me. Because, no, we still need a diode. So yeah, there you go. Even if you just need like one of this block, seems like it's still a good idea to put the recipe in for it. Otherwise you do what I just did for too long. Cuplex says, I haven't seen the last 2 streams, so I have no idea what's going on. A lot's going on. I don't know. I've sort of opened up tons of projects without focusing on one in particular. Right, resource miner goes there. And now I should be able to click on this. And it'll assemble it all. It's missing the thing. Oh, do you know what? It probably used the one that we have, right? Or not, we got that, so we'll chuck that in. And there it goes. And now we need to know the ender chest. It will need a diamond. And it will need 3 cyan. Add one of those. 1, 2, 3. When you hover over it, it says Alt. Oh, wow. Alt. Wait, what does that do? Oh, and then you can click on it. Oh, okay. Right. It's not actually that useful. And then we need the flux plug. Or point, even, it's the point. Please select a network. Yes, I would like to do that. Power to the void. Uh-huh. So is this the one that drains more? Right, 19 and 160. So if we go and take these spectacles off, will it actually change the speed at all? Oh, now, okay, it tells us there, doesn't it? Right, there you go. So the 160 is that one, and the 575 is this one. Interesting. So we can see the 2 different operations. And then all items that come from that now will be sent up to that chest. So that's that. We can leave it alone. 3 AM spaghetti always tastes better, says Skyfighter. Shouldn't be in at 3 AM. That's sleeping time right there. Yeah. So what are we going to farm over here? We identified 2 things. I kind of wanted to do obsidian, which we definitely need a farm for. I wanted to do this a different way. And I was looking into it and I saw something that I thought was like pretty doable. Or maybe it was, actually I think it was looking into salt for some reason. That, Igneous Extruder. What about that? We can generate lava. You know, or do we just cheese it? Also, it's a question of where do we put this. So we have an array of Igneous Extruder machines. And we don't have a lot of spots to put something like that. This, by the way, this is now kind of abandoned. Just wondering if I could squeeze something in here, maybe. Have a wall of Igneous Extruders. We get our lava from what we did over here, right? Igneous works well, but needs an array to produce in mass as cold within. See, that's what's fun to me, engineering that. I guess we have done it a few times already. You know, it would be very much like the basalt. In fact, isn't that like incredibly similar? Isn't basalt using lava and water? So we would be recreating this again. if I'm not mistaken. I mean, it is an igneous... Oh, I could literally... I've already got an obsidian farm, peeps. It already exists. I just... Instead of doing basalt, I could do something else. How ironic is that? I just changed that to obsidian, and that's it. And then these could be upgraded over time. I think I might just turn that on for now, so we don't do the other methods. So when I yoink this stuff out of here... Why is that one not sending them down anymore? That's a good point. Also, this has like auto output enabled, and I think I put transfer nodes between them, not realizing that was a thing. Yep. What does that mean for the transfer node then? Is that not working? You know we have weird FPS issues in this area. What if it were this? Yeah, so that thing stopped working. Can I get rid of that? I can. Let's get rid of these. They're not needed anymore. There we go, thanks. All we got to do is click that. Huh. And it seems like that's a better method anyway. You disable the outputs to stop using so much lava. Right, but we had transfer nodes between them. Huh. I guess it does pull lava away from the other system. I think I'll leave it. I think I'm just going to cheese it. If we've already done that, I think I'm going to do the obsidian recipe. Unless there was like one other thing. Loot bags. This stuff we get some, but you know, not a lot. That stuff's not even fast yet, and it takes a while. Yeah, I think we'll just make some mystical agriculture seeds. And then we'll get it this way. I didn't add them to my list. Right, there is obsidian and refined obsidian seeds. Goodness me. Now we'll just take that one. Wait, what is the recipe here? Obsidian essence, obsidian seeds. That's what we're looking for. Uh-huh. Now, I've got some obsidian in my backpack. So now, making that. Let's throw up our mystical items. Oh no, don't do that, please. Look that. There we go. Mystical. So that level of seed, we only have 250. Now, a 9x9 area is, you know, it's not 100, but you know, once we do a couple of those, we're out. So we kind of need to up the amount of seeds we're making, if this is the direction we're going in. So currently I can make 13 seeds, which I will take. Maybe some more by the looks of it. There's probably some more obsidian in the system then. Oh wow. Huh. We must have stopped using it somewhere and it's built up. That's good. Anyway, obsidian seeds. Let's actually do the... Isn't it 81 is 9x9, but then you got to take away one. Yeah, 81. So we need 80, which is like a full stack, and then 16. Oops. Did someone tell X how to use AE to stock items yet, or did he give up? I don't know what stocking items in AE is. But one thing, I was just thinking I need to add a recipe to the system for something, but maybe not. Oh, I'll tell you what I do need to do. I need to look up the harvester. Like, I could add a recipe for this, but the thing is, like, these are so basically stored stuff. I mean, I might not actually have dispensers, right? And the best way to me... Oh, okay, yeah, right, let's go up to the pattern encoder. Did I just remember what it was called? I don't think I've referred to it as a pattern encoder. That's what it does, though. It encodes patterns. So if we go in and do that, that's probably worth having in the system. But then I guess if I craft it... So now I need to add the recipe it uses. No, I'm thinking about it wrong, you see. But at least I can ask it to make some of these now, right? So like what we're talking about is it being dependent. Here's what I'll do. I'll just add the recipe for this. Even though, like, if it wasn't for the dispenser, you would look at that as something where you don't really need to encode a pattern for it, right? Because it's just something that you occasionally make. But now that it uses that, I can request it, I guess. So we can go to the harvester, and let's say I just want like 10 for now. And it'll make that. And then we can take them out. And we've got 10 of those. Cool. Barpagag says, is there a way to keep a specified amount of items in your auto crafting setup if you want to try away? There is a way. There probably is, but I'm fine with where we're going right now. The Stay Rough Harsh Mellow Man is here for 15 months, saying, hi X. I hope all is well. It's been a while since I've been able to catch you live. Keep up the good work. Thank you, my dude. Thanks for tuning in. All's been good. But just been a little under the weather in this winter season. I think it's like immune system deficiency, like all this lockdown and being away from people. Like the immune system must be weak because I just keep getting like one little thing after another, and this is the season for getting sick, right? Whereas a couple of years ago, this stuff wouldn't have even taken me off my feet. Like, wouldn't have even noticed it. In the past, I was getting sick, and I only realised the next day. I was like, oh, I was a little bit off yesterday. Now I'm actually noticing it. Now I'm like, oh god, I think I'm under the weather. Right, let's. Wow, what is that? Oh, let's make that. God, that's not going to take long. Right. Excuse me. We can go set up this farm. What am I doing here? I remember now. I tuned in because we have speed upgrades. Oh god, it just filled up my inventory. Can I just like click on the machine like that with it? I can. So I could now go and spam these machines until they're full of upgrades. That's not bad. Yeah. So many distractions, right? When we start using these machines again, I'll probably get back on top of this. But for now, let's focus on the project that we're doing today. Also, is that actually all of them? Because we were supposed to make like 150. Anyway, that's all I'm doing. Let's go click up here and onto that. Right, so there's nothing that got like bugged out or something. And I can't remember why we set up those mechanism machines. It keeps eluding me. I keep thinking like, yeah, and what were they for again? Ah, we need light sources in here. Tell you what I might do. You're going to like this. You're going to like this. You're going to like this a lot. I bet you will like it. And if you don't like it. No, I won't go. I won't be a goofball again. Enlighten clear glass. Right. What about if we put this all the way around it? Genius, right? And I think I might actually break it up a little bit and have some pillars. And maybe actually not even have it at this level. I want like a big structural block in here actually. Let's maybe let's try X tones. I actually remembered what way around it was. Like, maybe there's a X-tones thing in here. I need to blow my nose. I don't know if I muted last time I did that. Because I'm sort of just doing it... Oh, I'm kind of doing it, like, without thinking. Because I've been doing it so much today. So I apologise if there's any disgusting noises. You know? One of the things I have realised with this mod, though, is that you're better off picking the first type than one you have to scroll through. I gotta say it, like I had a bit of a negative impression of this mod, and it's kind of stuck really. Like, if you could better switch between these textures, that would be cool. But I don't think the textures themselves are actually that nice. Conceptually they are, but like the way they're implemented, they don't look very good up close. They look good in this menu, I think. Once you get it out in front of you, it's a bit kind of. That might be okay-ish. Can't make any. Let's try chisel, and perhaps go to the crux of all sort of building like this, the old classic factory block. Possibly some of those stone blocks look pretty good. Yeah, I've used I've used a similar design farm to what we're building with that texture quite heavily before. It's okay, we're just having food while hearing your runny nose. It's like extra spice. Okay. Enjoy your extra spice, gosh. What one is that? Is that paper? I don't think we're farming. Oh god. I don't think we're farming paper very well. Oh dear. Could have some blue nether brick. I really like the idea of building a prismarine at some point. Might be a good idea to just pick a classic like vanilla palette, right? Like quartz and prismarine go together well, and then sort of expanding on it. Yeah, honestly not too thrilled about many of these. Maybe some wall blocks would be fun. Ooh, now you got me thinking. That would be cool. Actually, let's check that out. So, I've got to go to the pattern encoder. So we can automatically craft dye. Now let's add one for wool from string. And then let's add just that one. I could sit here and do all of them, right? But I'm not going to. We're going to have to pick out the powder ourselves. Place it there. Chuck it back in. Do that. Come over to this thing and chuck these in. So now I can ask for black wool and have it crafted. Let's say we want a couple hundred. And then it will just start making that stuff. And now I've got a bunch of it. Cool. So let's go ahead and chisel all of this. Ooh. Bit much. That one is way better. Chisel all. Thank you very much. Now let's go see what it looks like. Talking about handwriting, do you write cursive or bold? Or both, says Shinny. I write... I was going to use the R word very instinctively then, but I feel like that word is getting phased out. I write stupid. I don't know. Oh wow, I thought that was black. That's got like a purple hint in it. It looks a little bit plain here. I have dyspraxia, so my handwriting is god awful. Looks like a child wrote it. Really bad, says Grey. That's the R word I was thinking of. Really, really bad. X writes in derp. Pretty much. That's actually, I've got to say it, that's quite a dull texture for what I want to achieve here. We'll probably find, like, this is the problem with a lot of these modded textures, is that they remind me of, like, the old programmer art, as they called it now, right? The programmer resource pack. Maybe we just go with some classic... Oh, this is andesite. That's why it's got such a nice shine to it. Like, what about some andesite panel or dent? Well, 1.12 is still in Programmer Arts' Cuplex. Yeah. I guess it is. Could use cobble or just regular stone. Let's pull out some stone, actually. Need to drink some more water again. Yellow colour, says Harold. What have you spotted on the yellow one? That's cyan. What? Looks like it could be interesting. I got a feeling though you're going to expand them and then just be a bit disappointed. Yeah, I'm not sure what to go with here. Maybe that. Alright, let's make some yellow wool. That's all I got. 23 apparently. definitely better, but I think once you scale it up, it might look a bit... X, don't get mad at me. I just like messing with you too much. I wasn't mad. Oh, do you know what? This will look great if we then had like sandstone walls around the outside of this area. Actually, I really like that. That might be the way to go. The texture is just a little bit dirty. And it does repeat, but like when it goes up, it changes a little. Yeah, no, I think that could work. That's nice. That's nice. So each one of these is going to be 3 tall, I think. Even though we could probably stack them and make them 2 tall. I just kind of like the idea of it being not so much trying to fit in the perfect amount of space. And yeah, I guess now I got to go add the yellow wall craft in. God, so much effort. Let's type in, let's grab our powder. Powder of the yellow. Right. Yes, please. Go on then. I would like that to remain. Yellow powder, we got it. Over here. Over there. Just swap that out for yellow. Give us that thing, and then I've got some blocks to put back in here. Including those, including that. Yes, right, let's get back to it. And we've got our fertilized dirt. And now in here we can say yellow wall, we need it. Oh, did I goof? I forgot to put it in the machine. It's getting late, that's what it is. I can blame it on being late. Hey! It's the Minecraft records. Cuplex says, why does yellow wall look like someone tried to clean up banana milkshake? Now I want a banana milkshake, Cuplex. Yeah. Are you going to give me one? Probably not. Lazy, that's what you are. Right. Love goop. Oh dear lord. Oh, excuse me, that caught me out. Right, it's making the stuff. It'll just take its time. So yeah, maybe that's actually the top of this building. When we put in some textures, that'll be what you see. I kind of like the idea of putting some brownish material or something on top of it, but for now I'll leave it alone. We can build this stuff up proper later on. I think we should probably just focus on getting a strip of glass in place, getting the harvester somewhere on here, and then getting it doing something, right? We can focus on the rest of the building later on. Oh yeah, there's that. There's that. Gotta do this. Curls of Doom says, Xisuma, what do you think of the Wii resource pack? We need to know. I mean, I reckon you can make it even better if you took multiple samples of me going, whee! And then it wasn't the same one each time. And like maybe some of them are pitch shifted and stuff. I reckon you could have quite a bit of fun with that. Little axolotl bee comes along, buzzing through the world. Whee! You know, have some fun with it. Oh, look at this. Oh yeah, do you know what we didn't do? We didn't go upgrade the amount of seeds that we've got in the system. We definitely need to do that sooner than later, as we got more of these things to fill out. But this might just be how we get our obsidian peeps. Right, so it's going to be a familiar old case of needing ender chests. Let's go ahead and craft quite a few. Love the recent Hermitcraft episode, although Normal X did seem eviler than Evil X, says Cool Guy. Did he? I think Normal X is just becoming more of himself. Not that I would know anything about that, of course. Gosh. So on the opposite side is where we'll put our harvesters, right? And the question of how to power this is... Oh, well actually, yeah, no, it's still an interesting one because we'll have blocks all around this except on this side. Area, 9x9, always active, that's everything we want. So we need conduit back here to go into an ender chest. I wish there was a bit more of like a streamlined way to do this. Like the next... where are the floors stacked again? So it's 3 blocks up. Then you'd have that there. So it's sort of like 4 blocks between. Just wondering if we can make them share the ender chest a bit or something. But I think it's going to be a case of... Let's go grab those ender chests. Gonna need some diamonds. And then we're gonna need... what are we gonna need? Like dyes of some sort? So for this project, I think it's got to be yellow, right? Then we need our conduits. And we also need an energy conduit of some sort. Which is not yet to appear in here. Right, so we have this, and that, and then one of these. And this is the bit where I'm not sure if we can get away with a spectre coil. Nah, so we're gonna need like a capacitor. It might be cool to like have a tower of capacitors or something built into this. Oh dear. Pick some of those. I didn't dye this thing or put the diamonds on yet. Yeah, so it doesn't look very good. We need to find like a better combination of blocks that could fit here and look interesting. Is essentially what I'm getting at. Did I put the spectre coil on it? There we go. How did it have power in it without one of those? Me not know. Seems to be powering it though, doesn't it? There you go. So now we need to extract and insert. Cool. So now we're getting essence. That needs to be crafted and then put into a storage drawer. Or maybe we do something different with it. I don't know. Some of the things I think have the benefit of being multiple forms when they're in a compacting drawer. What do y'all think? What should we do at this point? Because we're getting pulled into AE2. I'm sort of wondering if we should store stuff on discs at any point. Let me know what you think in chat, peeps. You are automating Obsidian, but those basalt drawers were locked, so they weren't transferring, I think. Let's not worry about the basalt stuff. Let's worry about how we're going to store these items. Disk drives are nice if you don't need to manually access the storage. Yeah, we use everything through a terminal, right? So we don't really have any need to manual access. It's just the compacting drawer. Bemperor says I would store the essence in a drawer and let the system craft it when needed. That could just be a pretty straightforward way to do it, right? I like that. That's kind of no nonsense, isn't it? Right, I think what we're gonna do is break a block. Oh, it's so slow. Luckily, I am patient. Don't break it. Okay, I didn't break it. I think that might be my thumbnail for today's one. If you have a ridiculous amount of essence, you could just make a smaller colossal chest. I think we're going to get away from that mod now. Definitely going to get away from it. So in the Tower of Farms, we can just expand, you know? Expand like this. Whoopsie. Discs are definitely useful. Yeah, we're going to have to get into discs at some point, that's for sure. There is no doubt about it. Oh yeah, look, we got our mega torch down there. Forgot about that. When this room's finished though, there'll be no floor. It'll just be hanging above the void. Or I might put glass in, because I'm a wally that would fall into it. When you're playing Minecraft, you're your own worst enemy. That's what I tell myself every day. There is a copy-paste gadget. Ooh, I like the way you think. Yeah, we need to learn one of those. Now might not be a bad time, really. But I definitely want to get like 3 of these set up. If we could be so lucky. Should probably just do the bare minimum to get them running for now. Oh, that reminds me, we've also got to check up on our seeds as well, right? Why am I not using the building ones? I keep doing things high effort. This is modded, be lazy. Okay, then the next one is going to be at this level. One, two, three, like that. Cool. A little bit of yellow wool, just so we know where we're putting this. Then where's that glass? There we go. Oops. Bup, bup, ba da 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 da. I should do an album of that. Sick X sings. It's just like the most boring thing you've ever heard. Including such hits as da 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 da. God, what am I like? Hey, any more of those capacitor banks? Thank you. God, I didn't think ahead a minute ago, did I? Cheers, X. God, thinking about future self, are you? No. God, we've all got to think about future self. Jeez. Just making things hard for myself. Hard for my future self, which is now present self. Which is why I'm mad. Okay. These things next. Obviously. Yeah. Jeez, did you really need to tell us, X? I mean, we know what you're doing. God. I will buy that album, says Girls of Doom. May School says, can't wait for Pig Step. How's that one going? I've got to think for a second. I think my brain's too exhausted right now for thinking. It's like, effort? Oh. Right, let's go ahead. Throw those on the floor. Yep, that was part of the plan. Bit of tidy up, you know, these things go, they belong in there for now. Including some gadgets of mine, apparently. We would like some seeds, please. We got the recipe over here, and now I'm talking like this. Okay, so we need a whole stack, and then we need 16. God, I'm holding back a big sneeze. Need to let this one out at some point. Oh gosh. There it is. Right, let's get these ones going. think it might be wise to replace that ender chest with a something or other, a storage drawer maybe. Okay, the sneeze has been resisted, I think. X, you did promise us to rest up properly. Your health is important. I'm looking at the time and I'm thinking we've got 5 minutes, right? Here's what we're going to do. We're going to put these seeds down. We're going to hook up the ender chest to a little storage drawer, and then we're going to go check up on the seeds and see if we want to modify how many are going to be created while I'm AFK. So I'm hoping we can do all of that in 5 minutes. It should not take more than that really, maybe 10 at the most. Cool, there's that one done. This thing is area 9. Area 9. Might start to see more essences building up. Is this area chunk loaded? That is a great question. No, it's not, so I'll have to stay in the area. X, aside from the jokes, I just want to take a moment and thank you for providing us with daily streams even when you're feeling under the weather. Oh, I'm going to sneeze. I'm milking it now, aren't I? I'm just milking it. Oh, I really am going to sneeze. Time to mute. Oh, I've got to be honest and say, if it weren't for the daily streak thing, I probably would have taken 1 or 2 days off in the last few days. But, you know, I'm not terribly sick. And if I were, I would take it off. So I'm not breaking my back or anything here, you know. Definitely under it, but, you know, I can do a little stream here and there. I recorded most of my Hermitcraft episode today as well. I was feeling much better earlier in the day. It's just... you know how it is, you get towards the end of the day and it's like, ooh. By the way, I've become addicted to hot chocolate, right? Like, I think it's something to do with the winter season. I've been quite moody this winter, but the winter season, if it's that or not, I've been having like hot chocolates, pretty much like one a day. I have a really big mug, and I have one hot chocolate out of it, and I always have it towards the end of the day, and it really just satisfies me. But I kind of don't want to have like a treat like that every day. And I used to just have one a week, and it was fine. And lately, I've just found myself like feeling like I need one every day. But I tell you what, when you're sick, oh, it's a mood booster. You kind of got to give yourself one there. So after this stream, I'm gonna have a nice big old mug of hot chocolate. Right, so we know the storage is going to go up here, but here's the thing. It's... just thinking about how to do this. Not yet, really. Like, not properly. We need to think about it, and we don't have time to think about it. So, we've got a noise in the ear from Milk Please. Thank you, Milk Please, for subscribing. I put milk in my hot chocolate. You needed to know that, didn't you? Thank you, my dude. Appreciate it. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Oh, we are near the end of it, and I am hanging in here. Also, may score for you there. I'm gonna have to chat with you another day, my dude, about the thing. It's something you will definitely like, and I need to tell you sooner than later. So if you're around tomorrow, hopefully I can catch you and let you know what it is. The Stay Rough Harsh Mellow Man is here with Cheers and Biddies, saying, "What's coming up next on the music blog? Personally, I've been listening to a lot of the Mars Volta lately. Good proggy stuff. I've seen them live a couple of times. I never really like listened to their music much." Thank you, my dude. First of all. Oh, I did that wrong, didn't I? Appreciate the cheers and bits. Next up on the blog will be Can't Swim, followed by Hypocrisy, then Cradle of Filth, and then I don't know what. But yeah, I was going to write about the Can't Swim record today, but don't think I've got the energy or time, really. I want to get an early evening, so I'm going to go watch an episode of The Crown, and then be in bed by 9:30, I hope. Nice and early, because, wow, like, I went to bed, like, a bit later yesterday, but, like, when I woke up in the morning, I knew I was sick straight away, because I had really felt the urge to stay in bed. So now I'm going to go to bed early, and if I need to stay in bed, I will tomorrow. You know, I'm on top of everything at the moment, so it's all good. Right, looks like we need an upgrade. Not that one, though. Oh, look, it's made more of them since we last checked up on that. Interesting. We also need to put upgrades on each of these, so... Wait, where did I just put those speed upgrades? Oh, in there. That's good, that's where it goes. Oh, I'm just going to fill them all to the top, just in case. Because this essence stuff comes out in large quantities. Alright, there we go. Now I'm really curious, says May School. Your curiosity will be satisfied before long, my dude. And, it'll be something more people than just yourself will eventually know about. It's cool. Like, I want to say, but I have to hold my tongue, so, I'll shut up now. Right, so we put 4 on each of these. I think what we should do is, since we're going in this direction, we could double it. Let's do 4. Let's put a 4 in each of those, right? So we go from 4 to 8. I actually want to go more than that, I think. Because we're adding to the base. Always get a little bit confused as to how that works. Let's do an 8 as well. So will that put it up to 16? It does, so it more or less adds it. So yeah, let's store 16. I kind of feel like maybe I could go for more, but we'll leave it AFK with 16 for now. I will tidy up my inventory like this. We are 1 minute 30 seconds over my time. God, I'm such a naughty boy. Right, let's do all of that. I want those food bits back, actually. And I'm going to go pick an AFK spot kind of nearish to, well, directly on top of our farm. So we're mining the voids, and now we're cheesing in some essence. Cool. We have made progress today, but that, my friends, will be it from me. Big thank you to everyone for tuning in and putting up with me under the weather. I will look for someone to raid, so stick around if you want to be a part of that. Otherwise, hit the follow button here on Twitch, as it will bring you good things. You know? Believe me, clicking on that follow button will bring you good things. Let's go raid Ulraf, who's now part of the Legacy SMP. And I'll send you over there today. I won't be able to stick around, you can tell Ulraf. You can say X is sick. He's running away like a wimp. God, why don't you stick around? Anyway, big thank you to everyone who subscribed, resubscribed, donated and cheered. All your support is appreciated. Thanks to all my patrons, and thanks to all the peeps gifting subs, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye-bye.